Is it time to buy or sell Summit Therapeutics stock? In this video, we are diving deep into Summit Therapeutics. Our initial report was published on our website on Monday, the 11th of August, 2025, and now we are here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You do not want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and receive free price predictions and deep analysis for anyone among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as financial advice. Since the 3rd of July 2025, our system has identified Summit Therapeutics as a buy candidate, assigning it a score of 1.52. Now let's examine the stock's performance over this period. Those who followed our analysis would have seen an impressive gain of 15.78% since we first designated Summit Therapeutics as a buy candidate 27 days ago. This results in an average return of 0.58% per day since it was classified as a buy candidate. The stock is positioned within a broad and robust upward trend in the short term, indicating that further gains within this trend are anticipated. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential change of approximately 25.89% over the next 3 months, with a possible return ranging from 0.139% to 32.86%. Examining the longer term, our 12-month analysis indicates a projected change of about 26.46%. According to our calculations, the stock's performance might vary from negative 14.20% to 75.17% over the upcoming year. This would translate to a future price expected to fall between $24.24 and $49.49. Our latest daily update for Summit Therapeutics presents the headline: Summit Therapeutics PLC stock price concluded at $28.25 on Monday, after a decline of 1.43%. The Summit Therapeutics PLC stock price decreased by 1.43% on the last trading day, Monday, the 11th of August, 2025, dropping from $28.66 to $28.25. During the trading session, the stock experienced fluctuations of 5.69%, ranging from a low of $27.76 to a high of $29.34. Notably, the price has decreased in 7 of the last 10 days, but has risen by 2.91% over the past 2 weeks. The trading volume also declined on the last day, which is generally a positive indicator, as volume trends should align with stock performance. On that day, the trading volume decreased by 125,000 shares, resulting in a total of 2 million shares exchanged for approximately $49.49 million. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest stock price reached was $36.91, while the lowest was $10.60. Currently, the price is 23.46% or $8.66 below the 52-week high of $36.91, which is also the all-time peak for the stock. Summit Therapeutics has announced its financial results for the second quarter of 2025 and has emphasized its operational progress. The company highlighted ivonescimab, also known as SMT112, an investigational bispecific antibody that combines PD-1 blockade with anti-angiogenesis activity and is positioned as potentially the first of its kind. Earlier this summer, the stock experienced a surge due to market speculation regarding licensing discussions with a major pharmaceutical partner, which briefly improved sentiment and trading volumes. However, multiple investigations by investor law firms and fraud-related filings have created a legal overhang, leading to increased volatility. In the short term, any positive developments or renewed licensing rumors could trigger sharp rallies as traders pursue potential gains. Conversely, the ongoing investigations present downside risks, amplifying price swings and potentially placing downward pressure on the share price in response to negative news or uncertainty. Over the long term, clinical success for ivonescimab or a genuine strategic licensing agreement could significantly reduce risks, provide validation, and offer potential value without dilution, supporting a reassessment of the company's worth. On the other hand, persistent litigation, unsuccessful trials, or cash shortages could lower valuation and heighten financing risks. Key catalysts to watch include trial results, updates from partners, and any resolutions to legal matters. Analyst ratings. On Monday, the 28th of April 2025, it was reported that H.C. Wainwright assigned SMMT a buy grade with a hold action. On Friday, the 25th of April 2025, it was reported that Jefferies also rated SMMT with a buy grade along with a hold action. On Wednesday, the 26th of March 2025, Citigroup provided SMMT with a buy grade and an upgrade action. On Wednesday, the 12th of March 2025, Evercore ISI rated SMMT as outperform with an initialize action. On Friday, the 28th of February 2025, Goldman Sachs issued a buy grade for SMMT, accompanied by an initialize action. Analysts have assigned a general sell rating to the stock of Summit Therapeutics. They classify the price-to-earnings ratio as a strong sell and the price-to-book ratio as strong sell. Regarding return on investment, the analysts have also rated the stock as strong sell. The following signals have been identified for Summit Therapeutics. The stock of Summit Therapeutics plc presents a sell signal from the short-term moving average. However, there exists a buy signal from the long-term average. Given that the short-term average is above the long-term average, this indicates a general buy signal for the stock, suggesting a positive outlook. If the stock experiences further gains, it will encounter resistance from the short-term moving average at approximately $28.43. Conversely, should the stock decline, it will find support from the long-term average at around $25.44. A breakout above the short-term average will trigger a buy signal, while a drop below the long-term average will prompt a sell signal. Negative signals have also emerged, which may impact short-term developments. A sell signal was generated from a pivot top point on Monday, the 4th of August 2025, and since then, the stock has declined by about 3.65%. Further declines are anticipated until a new bottom pivot is established. Additionally, there is currently a sell signal from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, or MACD. The volume decreased alongside the price during the last trading day, which lowers the overall risk, as volume typically aligns with price movements. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving average convergence divergence, sell signal. Pivots, sell signal 6 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal 27 days ago. Short-term moving average, sell signal 2 days ago. Long-term moving average, buy signal 29 days ago. The relationship between the short and the long moving averages indicates a buy signal 27 days ago. If we examine the 12-month chart, we see short moving average, buy signal 34 days ago. The long-term moving average, buy signal 29 days ago. The relationship between the short and the long moving averages shows a buy signal 21 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you want to discover more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for Summit Therapeutics. On the downside, the stock finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $25.41 and $24.40. There is a natural risk involved when a stock is testing a support level, as breaking this level may lead the stock to decline to the next support level. In this case, Summit Therapeutics plc finds support just below today's level at $25.41. If this level is breached, the next support from accumulated volume will be at $24.40 and $22.61. This stock exhibits average movements throughout the day, and with good trading volume, the risk is considered to be medium. Over the last day, the stock fluctuated by $1.58 between its high and low, or 5.69%. In the past week, the stock has experienced an average daily volatility of 5.09%. Before we dive into the potential trading levels for Summit Therapeutics, let's quickly review some essential fundamental data. First, let's discuss the price-to-earnings ratio, commonly known as the PE ratio. This important metric measures a company's current share price in relation to its earnings per share. A negative PE ratio indicates that the company is experiencing losses or negative earnings. Even well-established companies can go through challenging periods, often due to factors that are beyond their control. However, consistently negative PE ratios may suggest a lack of profitability and could indicate risks of bankruptcy. In other news, the upcoming earnings report for the third quarter of 2025 is anticipated on the 12th of August, 2025. Analysts' consensus estimates stand at negative 10 cents. It is important to monitor these figures, as they can significantly influence stock prices. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for Summit Therapeutics. In the event of an upward trend, the first resistance level for Summit Therapeutics is at $28.27. If you do not own any shares, you may want to wait for this level to be surpassed before entering a position. For those who already hold the stock, this could be a level worth considering for swing trading. Conversely, on the downside, Summit Therapeutics encounters its first support level at $25.41. If this support level holds firm, it may present a good entry point, anticipating a potential rebound. The combined average rating for Summit Therapeutics from multiple analyst sources is to sell. Now, let's examine some recent insider trades. On the 30th of May, 2025, Zengani Makam made an insider purchase of 74,545 shares of common stock. On the same day, Zengani Makam also conducted an insider sale of 74,545 shares of stock options, which grant the right to buy. On the 30th of May, 2025, Duggan Robert W. made an insider purchase of 74,545 shares of common stock. On that same day, Duggan Robert W. also executed an insider sale of 74,545 shares of stock options. On the 29th of April, 2025, Anand Bhaskar conducted an insider purchase of 600,000 shares of stock options. Analyzing the 100 most recent insider trades, we find that the insider power is positive, reflecting a ratio of 88.537. In total, insiders bought 526,515,409 shares and sold 1,270,266 shares in the last 100 trades. Our recommended stop loss is set at $26.86, reflecting a decline of 4.93%. This stock experiences medium daily fluctuations, indicating a medium level of risk. Additionally, a sell signal has been identified from a pivot top that occurred 5 days ago. Is Summit Therapeutics stock a good buy? Several short-term indicators along with an overall positive trend suggest that now may be an opportune time to consider purchasing shares. There is a reasonable chance for Summit Therapeutics plc stock to perform favorably in the near future. After examining the volatility and price movements from the last trading day, our analysis indicates that the current price is undervalued. For trading on Tuesday, the 12th of August, we anticipate that Summit Therapeutics will open higher by 0.2%, beginning at $28.45. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money, and that you should consult with a financial advisor before purchasing or selling any securities. It is important not to base your investment decisions solely on StockInvest.us. By utilizing this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current view of the stock. Do you agree or disagree? We invite you to comment below and share your thoughts. What is your target for the stock? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day. With warm regards from all of us here at Stock Invest.